What is up, guys? Welcome here, welcome back. We have so much castle news to get into in today's video. We have just received a new medieval minifigure that has just hit LEGO official stores at the Build a Minifigure section, so we're going to talk about that. We just received some medieval shields and helmets that have now officially come to BrickLink, so it's nice to see that. We're going to discuss that, as well as all the new factions have now switched to bestseller, meaning they're probably no longer going to be going out of stock. We're going to talk about a new upcoming theme that might bring a lot of new medieval and castle-inspired sets to LEGO in the coming future, as well as some of your guys' MOCs that have come up in the past couple of weeks. All that and more in today's video right now. I want to first discuss the new factions that have now switched to bestseller and how to get to those. A lot of us know this, but a lot of us don't. So I'm going to show you here. You're going to be going to Google, put in LEGO Pick-a-Brick. You're going to click LEGO Pick-a-Brick. It's going to take you to the official LEGO store, a section in the LEGO store. It's called LEGO Pick-a-Brick. You're going to click this button here. It'll take you to all the LEGO sets on the LEGO store, and you're going to search vending machine, which vending machine and the medieval horse knight castle is the two main ones that you're going to want to search to get these new factions. Then you're going to come down here to category. You're going to go down here, click minifigure parts as well as minifigure accessories, but we want minifigure parts as of now. This is going to pull up all of the minifigure parts that come in this particular set. Now, as you can see, the Kraken legs have not switched to bestseller yet, meaning they are probably out of stock still, which they are. But now that this one's bestseller, it is now in stock, and it's going to probably stay in stock for the foreseeable future until these are basically gone from the LEGO store, which I don't see happening for a year or more. I know the vending machine retires at the end of this year, supposedly. I think it's going to last a little bit longer into 2027, so we're going to have a lot of time to get these parts. Do not have FOMO. Do not rush and buy these parts without waiting for a GWP that you want or for 2x Insiders points, because all of your purchases in Pick-a-Brick go towards your LEGO Insiders account. So that means if you spend $200, you're going to get all those Insiders points that go towards that, as well as whatever GWP is out. Currently, if you spend $80, you're going to get a Penguin set and free shipping with $35 or more. But they often do the 2x Insiders points, which gives you like a lot of money back off of your order. So I highly recommend just waiting for that, and don't just have FOMO and think, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss out on these minifigures because everyone's going to get them and I'm missing out. No. I assure you, these pieces will be in stock for the foreseeable future and will stay on the Pick-a-Brick website for a year or more. But moving down, you can see they've got the classic space torsos. Those are now switched to bestseller. Obviously, they're in stock, which means the bestseller basically means that now they're being produced in a LEGO factory here in the United States, North America, for the North America region. So it's just going to ship a lot faster, and they can make them faster, meaning they're really not ever going to go out of stock. They're just going to keep them in production constantly. So I know a lot of us said that these are out of stock. They're not going to for the foreseeable future. Krakens, here's proof of it all right here. You got the new pirate torso, as well as this other guy's torso. And so switching over to the medieval horse knight castle, you could see that the torsos and legs have also went to bestseller, so they're in stock now as well. Except this mini crown hairpiece that is in stock, but it doesn't say it's bestseller. Might just be a typo. I don't know. But even the torsos as well, they are now bestseller as well. So they're going to be in stock for the foreseeable future. Also, I want to point out the medieval town square has the wolf pack as well as the lion knights back in stock currently. Why is this the case? It is because the new Outlaw Forestman set that's going to be coming out very soon is going to start shipping out from the BrickLink set. So LEGO produced a lot of wolf packs and a lot of lion knights to fill those sets with, as well as just giving us like one last opportunity to get these torsos. So this is completely different than the horse knights and the snake knights and the griffins and krakens. These are going to be going out of stock very soon. The black falcons are already gone. The forestmen are currently basically selling out. The wolf pack as well as the lion knights, they are going to be gone very soon. I highly encourage you one last time to get these parts if you really want them. Like the black falcon torsos are already going for $4 on the aftermarket. If you want to pick these up, hey, I'm not saying what to do here, but these things are $1 now. As the day they go out of stock, they're going to be selling on eBay for $4 to $5. It's just how it works, just how it is. You can't blame people. You can't say you didn't have a chance to get it, because we've all had the chance. And if you want them now for $1, now is your last opportunities, because this was one last big production that I think that they did for that Outlaw Forest Den. So as of that, that is it for the Pick-a-Brick section of the news. Moving on to the new castle minifigure that is now in Build-A-Minifigure sections of the LEGO official stores. It is going to be this jester guy right here. Now, he is, get these ads out of here. He is just a pink and blue jester, not really faction associated to anyone. I kind of like the red and white jesters a lot more. This one's okay. It kind of looks like cotton candy for some reason. But you can also see this like little logo here. That is just a music symbol, a music note on his chest to like show that he's like a music playing jester, I guess. To get this guy, you have to go to the Build a Minifigure section in LEGO official stores, like go to your local LEGO store, and inside the store there's going to be a big section where there's a bunch of minifigure parts, just random parts from any theme, all piled into it. And people go there and their disgusting hands get all grimy and snotting all over the place, touching it, coughing all over them. Yeah, you have to do this to get this guy. This is literally, you're literally risking your life to get this jester. To get this jester, you have to put your hands into these piles of minifigures that everyone's going through and sifting through to find all the parts to him. Because it's not like you can just go pick it up. You have to find the headpiece, the face if you want it, the torso, and the legs, as well as this, if you want this particular loot or whatever it's called. So that is how you're going to be able to get him. Currently, for Build a Minifigure, if you build 3 minifigures with an accessory and a hairpiece, like you see here, that is $10. You have to buy 3 minifigures with an accessory, and you get them for $10. So you can build 3 of these guys, get them for $10, and you're good to go. Now here we have the new castle-inspired elements and parts from that Christmas tree set that came out a while back. This is the present shield as well as a green helmet. And guys, this, to me, this fits in perfectly with the Forestman. Like, this helmet, beautiful for the Forestman. It might look a little bit too green once you put it on him, I don't know. But this shield, probably not so much for like a realistic theme, maybe a Christmas-inspired theme, I don't know. But like these 2 elements right here, this part and the helmet, look incredible for if you're building out a Forestman, and these are going to last for a good long while because they just came to Pick-a-Brick. Probably once people see this video and start army building their Forestman with this torso, they might go out of stock. But like I said, this, I mean, it fits in perfectly with the Forestman. Got some red accent here. It's not too Christmassy looking. I mean, to me, it looks like a traditional medieval outfit, like something that you would wear. You got a belt. So I think that you can make this work for your Forestmen just to give them a different print and a different look than the traditional print that we always get over and over again, because the Forestmen don't get 2 different torsos. Now you finally have a kind of a choice to make a different torso look, so that is good for fans of the Forestmen. Also, I want to point out that this Tiger Shark Tank set here, again, we've got the Black Falcon stickered flag here, but this minifigure right here, Mr. Oz or whatever, he is going to be coming to Pick-a-Brick probably pretty soon, and that is a very cool torso that has the Black Falcon logo on it that can be used for like a king or a royal guard or something like that. Kind of looks kind of Iron Man-y. It's not very medieval, but I think that a lot of us can try and make it work for medieval, so it'll be fun to see what people do with that when it finally comes out, just because it's got that Black Falcon logo on it. I really like that. So that will be cool when it finally comes to Pick-a-Brick. It came out in January. It usually takes 3 to 6 months for new sets to come to Pick-a-Brick, so we'll probably see that sometime around summer, early summer, late spring maybe, so it'll be fun to look forward to for that. Now I want to talk about the new and upcoming possibility of a new theme coming to LEGO for medieval and castle fans. Now this is none other than Narnia. Now for those of you who don't know, Narnia is now being produced, I believe, for Netflix, a Netflix series. It used to be a couple of movies that came out a while back. It's based off of a book by a guy named C.S. Lewis. It's kind of almost like Lord of the Rings, except Christian, more Christian based. C.S. Lewis is an incredible Christian author. I highly encourage you to read some of his books if you're interested in that. But it's almost like an allegory for Christianity and Jesus and stuff like that. It's very cool movies. I really like them. But the reason I'm bringing this up is they did Lord of the Rings, they did Dune, they did all these different series. I can't help but think that this is just a perfect theme that LEGO would want to capitalize on, and as well as Netflix just letting them do it, because we know that they do things with Netflix. They did Stranger Things sets. I don't know if this would become an actual full-on theme, kind of, maybe like Lord of the Rings does, where a big set every year, like a big set for every season, maybe. If this Narnia series takes off, I don't know how much it's going to take off, because you know how the world is. They're probably going to change a bunch of stuff. I think they make an Aslan a girl now, and I know there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. It's really getting weird, like they're doing with the Harry Potter stuff. A lot of things are changing the lore of the stuff. So I don't know if it's really going to resonate with people. It might fail on impact, but there is so many cool things that go on in the movies that are like, they would just be perfect in LEGO form for medieval fans. Like, as you can just see, like the celebration of the tents, and it's very fantasy-esque. And C.S. Lewis was friends with J.R. Tolkien, who made Lord of the Rings, so they have a lot of the same ideas, same kind of flow in their movies of ancient mythology and that type of stuff. So if Narnia were to come to LEGO, we would be like treated very well, I think, in the form of very cool, colorful sets and really just nice sets like we get from Lord of the Rings. I really think that Narnia would be a perfect fit for LEGO. Just to get a big LEGO set every season or something like that would be really cool, and we get all kinds of new minifigures. But again, that's kind of going to be in that same vein as what Lord of the Rings does, where it's a big set every year. I don't see them doing this like as a full-on theme, 8 sets a year type of thing. This would just be a really cool thing to get, where we'd get probably big celebration castles or something like that. And we'd get some really unique minifigures. So that's something to kind of look forward to. If this Narnia series does very well for Netflix, and it's going to be coming out very soon. So I'll have to watch that very closely and see what happens with that. Now I want to talk about some of the MOCs of the recent weeks. There's a lot of cool MOCs, and I think this just gives us good ideas, good inspiration. So I just want to go through them, give you some images, and just take a look at them together. Now here we got, obviously, this is kind of inspired by that 3-in-1 Falcon set, and it's obviously mimicked Lion Knight's castle perfectly. But guys, I really like this just because of the color, the banners. I don't know why the banners are red and white. They kind of look really good. If this was a Lion Knight's castle set, but obviously it's Black Falcons, and they have red and white banners, but whatever. The towers, though, just look amazing. I don't know if the guy made this with, like, multiple versions of the 3-in-1 set, but I think it looks incredibly well done. The fact that these pieces are here, you wouldn't probably use those pieces, unless you were using the 3-in-1 set. Maybe it's like 5 of them or something, I don't know. But I think he did a really good job. It looks really sweet. So that's pretty cool. Looks like here we've got this very cool Wolfpack inspired set. Dude, look at this. Those are like gears, like gear shifters for cars and stuff that they usually use, like for a flower. And I just love the look of these wood. They make it look like wood, almost like Fort Laredo-esque. You can obviously see it's like just a diorama and a facade, but I think this looks really cool. I really wish we'd get more of this. Ella Forestman's got some of it. I wish it had more of it. But I just really like it, and it really fits the Wolfpack very nicely. I think they're more like out there, not as in tune with like everyday medieval life, so they're kind of living off the land and don't have a lot of towns. They just have these little forts everywhere. So I think this set does the Wolfpack pretty cool. This is a pretty funny one. Someone made the Lion Knight's castle as the pink faction yellow castle, like from 1978, the first ever yellow castle. I think it's pretty cool. They did a good job using the pink crown knights. But I think they're called like the Magenta Knights of the Magenta Realm. LEGO officially called them Knights of the Magenta Realm when they made those battle packs over summer. So we kind of have an official name for the pink knights. They're Knights of the Magenta Realm. So I think this guy did a pretty good job. Obviously, this wouldn't be official. All yellow castle like this is kind of crazy, but it's fun because it's like the upgraded version of what the yellow castle was from 1978. I think they did a pretty cool job. Now, I think this here is such a cool and interesting one. There's a couple effects to it that are obviously fake, like the flames, but like this person made a throne for each of the factions. So you've got the like Forestman faction here. I don't know why they have the spade guys down here, but then the Lion Knights, some other different guys, an evil one, Raven type knight, a Black Falcon throne. I think that's pretty cool and very unique to see. Would be awesome to have thrones like that. I know Lion Knight's Castle didn't have any thrones or even a throne room, so we kind of miss out on those. But I think that they did a very good job using very unique parts to come up with these thrones. Obviously, you have like a skeleton one back here, got some gold and stuff. Very cool. Medieval thrones for different factions. I really like that. I really like those small types of builds like that. Even like this, how you designed that with those quarter pieces looks so cool. Very good job. And here we have a very nice up close picture of this guy's medieval town. You got the statue back here. I really like the look of statues in sets, even like fountains around them. You got the dragon knights over here. Very intricate over here. Like, look at this design work over here. Obviously you can tell it's a mock because like a Lego set would never have this type of stuff going on it, layered like bricks and stuff like that. But I think it does pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool to see when people actually do it, just to give you some ideas and inspiration. Just even the statue alone is really cool. It's a really cool inspirational thing to see. But like this effect right here on the roof is done by like not pushing the piece down all the way. So, I mean, that's stuff that you would never really get out of an official Lego set or like sets that me and you are making. But those are kind of cool ideas to get, like not push the thing down all the way and you're getting a shingled look and effect of your set. It's pretty cool. The stuff that people come up with in these sets. Now, one last mock that I want to talk about is this Series 10 set that's going to be coming out. BrickLink Designer Program Series 10 has just finalized their submissions, so now they're about to be posted to the public so that we can all vote on which set we want to see come out for Series 10. So this is where like Castle fans and Pirate fans and everyone's got to lock in, because this is where like we can guarantee ourselves a new Castle medieval set. I know people are kind of iffy on it. I myself love the BrickLink Designer Program. I know that it brings expensive sets, but at least we're getting something. Lego, at least we're getting something, because Lego's not making us medieval and castle sets. If you guys think that Lego's looking at that and saying, oh, we'll feed them this so that we don't have to make them sets, that's not happening, okay? They are seeing this as, guys, these medieval and castle sets are selling very well. It's definitely coming across Lego's radar, and what they do with that information remains to be seen. We're going into the 50th anniversary of Castle pretty soon, so it'll be very interesting to see what comes of this BrickLink Designer program really being heavily dominated by Castle and medieval fans, because Lego's obviously seeing that. But this set in particular, I really like. I really want a new Joust set that is set up so well for new factions. Like these tents here are made differently for the different factions. Like you got a teepee here, just different designs that a different faction would use for themselves, and not just all the same thing. This is kind of like in the same vein as Siege Encampment, where you have all these different like little builds. But obviously the Horse Knight's the one hosting it here, and you've got the little food vendor down here with the pretzel, like maybe a little dungeon down here, the flags for the different factions, and obviously the joust going on right here in front of the king and queen, and you got the grandstands for the figures here, as well as just some railing up. And then there's probably going to be interiors for the tents, and it's just, this is an incredibly looking set, and it's exactly what I want from a new Joust. Maybe instead of grandstands like this, typical stands that more peasanty people would be sitting in that are just kind of wooden and off to the side, and not so much connected to the castle itself. But I really want a Joust set like this, and I'm worried that the Joust set that we got for the medieval Horse Knight Castle is all we're going to get from Lego in the foreseeable future. So it'd be really cool to get a big Joust set like this that's highly detailed and not in that same less piece count style of the Horse Knight Castle set was. So this is one of my favorite ones I've seen so far. Again, I haven't seen a lot of them. This one just popped up on my Instagram. I thought it would be cool to share. So those are going to be coming out very soon. I'm going to do a big, huge breakdown on every single Castle medieval set that's coming out for Series 10. And we're going to talk about them, discuss them, and see which ones we kind of want and because the community, it's all based on what the community votes on. If the community wants this one and they all vote for it, then that's what we're going to be getting in Series 10. It's all up to us. So it'll be fun to go through all those new sets that are going to be coming out soon. I believe it's going to be coming out in a couple weeks, a couple days maybe. Yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got a lot to look forward to in the coming days and weeks. So keep it tuned right here for new and medieval castle themed news. Obviously, you can subscribe to the channel and see all kinds of other news as well. But I know a lot of us just come here for the castle themed news, and I really appreciate you guys. You guys do a lot of work for the channel, and I appreciate that. I'm going to keep updating you guys on the new medieval and castle pirate and just overall news website in the coming weeks as well. So that's moving along very well. Yeah, I'm going to get on out of here. So I will see you in the next video.